this is a somewhat surprising. This seems like a pretty good gig Joe Hockey's landed with Macquarie Group in the United States, basically as a bit of a door opener, helping them to try and do some infrastructure deals in the US, as my colleague Jacob Grieber is reporting today, looking to get Macquarie more into technology and renewable energy investments. They're already a huge player in US infrastructure, and indeed global infrastructure, Macquarie. They're massive investors in around the world, one of the leading players. So you got to say that this looks like quite an appealing job for Hockey, particularly given it's not a very good job market at the moment with coronavirus. So he seems like he may have landed on his feet.
And it seems like he wants to stick around the United States then. He probably wasn't too ready to push off, especially at the time Arthur Sinodinos has started. He's very popular as well, and that's going to be potentially some work between the pair.
Yeah, I know when I left Washington about 18 months ago, Joe was telling me that he was keen to stay on and land a big private sector job if he could. America's an expensive country if you want to live well over there, and you know, he had all the benefits of being the ambassador, the free home and things like that over there. So to replace that, he was going to have to land a pretty decent gig to be able to afford to stay on and live a similar lifestyle to what he was doing as ambassador. So he appears to now have got that foot in the door with Macquarie. It'll be interesting to see what sort of deals he can open up. I don't think Joe's going to be doing like the intricate sort of financing and calculations on these deals, but you know, his best skills are people skills, and you could see with his close relationships that he's built with people inside the administration and governors and businesses over there, that he's probably pretty good at opening doors for some of the Macquarie deal makers to close some of those deals.
I think you're pretty on the money there. If we look back at Australian politics this week, these job figures have come out. It was below some of the expectations of economists in that they were being incredibly cynical and things were just bad, really. What do you think the government's big challenge is going to be coming out the other end of this, when you've got people making more money on JobKeeper than they would if they went back to work? It's going to be a tough ask to get people back out there and working.
Yeah, look, weaning people and also businesses as well off this extraordinary government support we're seeing through JobKeeper, JobSeeker, other sort of cash flow benefits that businesses are getting through tax refunds and stuff as well, particularly for SMEs, that is going to be a Herculean task for the government. Everyone's pretty happy at the moment. The government's giving out a lot of free money to, millions of people. Let's see when they're forced to try and take that away, because it isn't sustainable. They're going to have to manage the glide path on this. I don't think you can have it all going off a cliff at once. So that's probably going to have to be phased out. And maybe, you know, for industries and sectors doing better, you withdraw it a bit sooner, and the ones that are struggling, you extend it a little bit. But we're already seeing now more than 6 million people are qualified for JobKeeper. Now, the government's original forecast was for 6 million people. So there's a danger now that the scheme blows out beyond that $130 billion. And that is a bit of a worry, because it's an incredibly expensive scheme, and the government won't like to take it away or deny people this payment. But at the end of the day, it's going to ring up a huge amount of debt that taxpayers, people who are lucky enough still to be in jobs, are going to have to pay back in the years ahead.